Governor Square Mall shooting update, a threat at Whites Creek High School, and a human remains found at a home under construction.
We will have all that and more on this episode of APSU-TV News.
Welcome back to another semester of your APSU-TV News. I'm Baylor Betts.
And I'm Wyatt Imbush. We have special reports out of Northeast Tennessee that evacuation orders have been administered due to Helene. The Tennessee Emergency Management Agency reports Washington County officials have issued an immediate evacuation for Embryville, Tennessee. This morning, if you live in the area, please follow instructions from local officials and get to a safe location, TEMA said. Heavy rain and winds continue across the area as remnants of Helene are moving just east to northeast of Knoxville. There are several water resources and evacuations happening near the mountains in northeast Tennessee. It is reported that thousands of trees are down in the area. Helene made landfall in Florida as Category 4 storm and is now a tropical storm. It is the strongest hurricane on record to slam into Florida's Big Bend. As Helene marches on, watches and warnings are in place for 60 million people in 12 states. Maribel Gonzalez has the latest from Tallahassee, Florida.
Helene making its impact felt after making landfall as a powerful Category 4 hurricane, bringing life-threatening conditions, a powerful storm surge, and dangerous winds up to 140 miles per hour. Dozens of water rescues happened overnight in Pasco County, Florida, and guests at a Ramada Inn in Manatee County were evacuated due to rapidly rising water.
We truly won't know the extent of the damages in our community until first light, when we have an opportunity to do our damage assessments and to respond to the needs of our community and to begin the hard work of getting our community back together.
Helene's storm wind field could span nearly 500 miles, roughly the distance between Indianapolis and Washington, D.C. Now, as the storm marches through Georgia and the Carolinas, officials there are urging residents to hunker down.
Unfortunately, we're going to be on the state of Georgia, and most of our counties are going to be on the dirty side of this storm or the east side of this storm. So that's something else people need to be prepared for. Be listening to your local media outlets for potential tornado watches and warnings.
In Tallahassee, I'm Maribel Gonzalez.
Michael Dangerfield will have our local weather later in this newscast. Austin Peay's hiring practices are changing in the wake of a professor accused of being linked to a website that promotes hate group activity. Clarksville Now reports students alerted the university of allegations about Dr. Logan Smith earlier this month. Smith was a first-year tenure-track faculty member in the Department of Psychology. APSU's president, Dr. Michael Licari, announced Friday that Smith and the university had, quote, mutually agreed to end employment effective immediately, end quote. Smith was hired after passing a background check and providing references. APSU officials say they are now working to overhaul their hiring practices to ensure this does not happen again. President Licari said in an email dated September 17th that job applicants will be required to disclose any past activities that could damage the reputation of the university and will be using a third-party professional services to conduct social media checks on applicants.
We have new information about shots fired near Governor Square Mall. Clarksville police say in a news release that the gunfire shots just before 11 on Saturday morning. It appears to be an isolated incident between two parties. Officers have not yet identified the person or persons who fired in the parking lot and on a nearby road. Police are still seeking any video evidence from the area at the time. If you have any new information that might help, give the police a call. A student at Whites Creek High School is facing charges after police say he threatened to blow the school up. The 11th grader is accused of making a threat of mass violence after the Metro Nashville Police Department's Rapid School Safety Team took him to juvenile court. Investigators say threats against schools, special events, and businesses are taken very seriously, and those responsible, once identified, will be prosecuted. Within the past few weeks, several counties in Middle Tennessee have been impacted with mass threats since the school shooting in Georgia last month. Human remains found at a home under construction in Lebanon were actually those of a woman reported missing from her apartment in Antioch. Metro Nashville Police Department say DNA analysis helped them confirm the remains were those of Blanca, Guadalupe, or Alana. She was last seen at her apartment in Antioch and was soon reported missing by her mother on August 21st. A tip about 3 weeks later led investigators to the home in Lebanon, where neighbors reported seeing her working weeks before her disappearance. Officials have not released if foul play is involved in her death.
Clarksville police are investigating another deadly motorcycle crash. The latest wreck victim was a soldier from Fort Campbell. Officers say it happened early Saturday morning on Tobacco Road near Hadley Road. Investigators identified the motorcyclist as 24-year-old Parker Stoltz of Louisiana. Stoltz reportedly lost control, ran off the road, and hit a utility pole. Authorities were alerted to the crash when Stoltz's friends discovered the accident and called 911. Clarksville police records indicate 2 other deadly crashes involving motorcycles have happened in the past few weeks. On Craft Street on September 2nd and Providence Boulevard on August 30th. We will have more with the Political Corner right after this break.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Hey everyone, I'm Jazmin Logan, and welcome back to the Political Corner. The United States, France, and several other allies are banding together to call for an immediate ceasefire for the ongoing attacks in Lebanon. These attacks have resulted in more than 600 deaths in the past few days. The collaborative statement describes the attacks as intolerable and a potential risk for more attacks in other regions. The statement calls for a 21-day ceasefire, urging the Israeli and Lebanon governments to agree. U.S. officials hope that further negotiations regarding the release of hostages can continue while the attacks have stopped. Former President Donald Trump claims that Ukraine has been demolished. Trump agrees that Ukraine would have been better off making more compromises with Russia leading up to the war. He also claims that if re-elected, he would put an end to the war between Russia and Ukraine. On the contrary, Ukrainian President Zelensky expressed that Trump would not know how to end the war if given the chance. While visiting the White House, Zelensky has recently been pitching some new war strategies. A Haitian group in Springfield, Ohio has filed criminal charges against Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump and his running mate, Senator J.D. Vance. It's in all over the allegations of immigrants eating pets. As Daryl Rowland reports, the group's charges claim that numerous threats in Springfield over the past few weeks has strained local resources and city services.
Can a private citizen really file criminal charges, even against a presidential ticket? It's rare, but it is allowed by Ohio law. Charges don't have to come from police or a prosecutor. These were filed by a San Diego group that works with immigrants across the country, including the several thousand Haitians in Springfield.
This is an affidavit filed in good faith by our client, bringing criminal charges against Trump and Vance.
That's Cleveland attorney Sabod Chandra, saying the unusual legal action aims
to hold them accountable in a way that anybody else would have been held accountable by now had their conduct and their relentless falsehoods resulted in 33 bomb threats, school closures, city hall closures, college closures, threats to the mayor and his family. If anyone else had done this by now, they would have been arrested.
Clark County prosecutor Dan Driscoll spoke to us by phone Tuesday. The Republican says the merits of this case will be taken seriously.
I can almost assure you is that no matter who reviews this, they're going to review it based on the law and not based on who the subject of the investigation or the subject of the charges is.
A spokesperson for the Trump-Vance campaign gave us this statement. President Trump is rightfully highlighting the failed immigration system that Kamala Harris has overseen, bringing thousands of illegal immigrants pouring into communities like Springfield and many others across the country. President Trump will secure our border and put an end to the chaos that illegal immigration brings to our communities. City leaders and Governor Mike DeWine have repeatedly declared that the Haitian migrants in Springfield are in the U.S. legally.
Congress has passed a short-term bill to fund federal agencies through the November election. The bill is funding most agencies at the current rates while increasing funding for the Secret Service, given Trump's recent assassination attempts. House Speaker Mike Johnson expressed that the only other alternative to this bill would be a government shutdown. A more long-term bill for the next fiscal year could be hard to come by due to the opposing views on spending between the House Republicans and Democrats. Regardless, this current stopgap bill will only fund agencies through December 20th, so Congress must agree on a new bill by then to avoid a government shutdown. Well, that's all I have for you guys today here in the Political Corner. Stay tuned for the weather after this short break.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know. That's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Looking at the maps on your screen right now, it shows the route that Hurricane Helene has taken throughout the early days. It starts with Tallahassee and Tampa, Florida, and moves our way down to Georgia and Asheville, North Carolina. But thanks for sticking with us for the weather. I'm Michael Dangerfield. Looking at our current national temps, we have 80 in Los Angeles, 85 at Denver, 71 and 73 in Chicago and Atlanta, and 74 sitting in New York. Today's current temperature, we have heavy rain, 71 degrees with 16-mile wind speeds. Tonight's temperature, once again, heavy rain, 62 degrees, 12-mile wind speeds, and about an 81% chance of rain, so I'd bring an umbrella just in case. Looking at our 5-day forecast, we have all rain throughout the weekend. Friday and Saturday, the highs and lows are 71 and 62, 67 and 63. Sunday and Monday, 72 as the high and 63 as the low, 79 and 63. And then Tuesday, we'll have a little bit of clouds with 81 degrees as our high and 56 as our low. That's all we have today for your local and national weather. APSU will be returning right after this break with your campus sports.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro.
Wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hi, this is Hugh Wheeler with APSU-TV News with your latest in Clarksville sports. The football Govs awarded head coach Jeff Ferris his first win this past Saturday after a 59-16 victory over Alabama A&M. Austin Peay's rushing attack produced more than 300 yards on the ground. Central Arkansas defeated APSU with more than 300 yards rushing the week before. Grad student Lavelle Wright and freshman Corey Richardson both surpassed 100 yards with less than 10 carries. Wright scored 3 touchdowns, including a 62-yard scamper on the first play of the second half. Senior defensive back Jesse Johnson III recovered a fumble and returned it to the house for a 21-yard fumble touchdown in the first quarter. Governor's punt returner Ramon Copeland Jr. widened the score differential on A&M's next drive by returning a punt for an 82-yard touchdown. The Southern Utah Thunderbirds play Austin Peay this week. The Thunderbirds' lone win this season is a 27-24 overtime victory over former Austin Peay head coach Scotty Walden at Texas El Paso. APSU kicks off against Southern Utah tomorrow at 1 in the afternoon at Forterra Stadium. Ice hockey returns to Clarksville, and the Governors defeated the Eastern Kentucky Colonels last weekend on Saturday and Sunday. Austin Peay scored 15 goals over 2 games and allowed 4. Right winger Brendan Sullivan scored 4 goals and 3 assists against the Colonels. Sullivan ties for first in league scoring with 7 points. Govs Hockey Club faces off with Tennessee this weekend for 2 games in Knoxville starting today. Clarksville's Red River Spartans lost their first 2 games last weekend before exploding on Sunday with 16 goals against Michigan's Fresh Coast Freeze. Forward Braden Gonclave scored 4 goals in the game. Red River travels to Yorktown, Virginia this weekend to play 4 games starting this afternoon against the Palm Beach Typhoon. Austin Peay men's and women's basketball released their full schedules last week. Basketball season tips off for both squads at F&M Bank Arena with a doubleheader on November 4th. Lady Govs basketball travels to arch rival Murray State on December 7th. Men's head coach Corey Gibson takes the men to Knoxville to play 2024 national quarterfinalist Tennessee November 17th. Full schedules are available on Austin Peay Athletics website at letsgop.com. Governors volleyball lost again last night after Eastern Kentucky swept Austin Peay in 3 straight sets. APSU has won on the season in 11 losses. The Colonels' 3rd set victory last night marked Govs volleyball's 10th straight set loss. Austin Peay continues their Kentucky road trip today at 3 in the afternoon in Louisville at Bellarmine. Conference play begins for APSU soccer, and the Governors are 2-1. Austin Peay defeated North Alabama 2-0 last night with 2 second-half goals. The Governors face Central Arkansas at 1 in the afternoon Sunday here at Morgan Brothers Field. Lady Govs golf finished in 6th place this week in the Johnny Imes Invitational. Austin Peay's men's golf travels to the Bubba Barnett Collegiate in Jonesboro, Arkansas. The Lady Govs take the week off before traveling to Hopkinsville, Kentucky for the Battle of the Border against Murray State. Austin Peay Cross Country runs in the Michael Pretorius Invitational in Nashville tomorrow at Vaughn's Gap Course in Percy Warner Park. Both the men's and women's teams have one more meet after this weekend before the postseason begins. Thank you for watching. I'm Hugh Wheeler. We'll be back with more news after these messages.
What a disaster.
You're a disaster.
This is a disaster.
You can't be ready for every little disaster, but you can prepare for a big one. Make an emergency plan today.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Tomorrow, September 28th, Austin Peay will be offering a campus preview day. Start your open house experience by exploring your academic area of interest, form connections with current students at Austin Peay, and get a glimpse of all of our residence halls. Tomorrow, from 8 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon, join us to discover what Austin Peay has to offer, and then make your way to Forterra Stadium for a governor's kickoff. Did you know this Sunday, September 29th, is National Donut Day? One of many donut companies like Krispy Kreme decides to celebrate. However, Krispy Kreme decides to do this by giving out coffee and donuts for a very affordable price. According to People, customers can grab a free medium coffee on Sunday with any purchase. The deal applies to hot or iced drinks, and there is no purchase minimum. Just plug in the promo code COFFEE if ordering online. Plus, customers can get a dozen original glazed donuts for only $2 when they purchase any full-price dozen. If you are in the mood for a little Oktoberfest fun, head over to Beach Haven Vineyards and Winery this Friday through Sunday starting at 9 in the morning each day. Enjoy live polka music, German foods, Oktoberfest beers, wines from the vineyard, and exciting games and dancing. There's even a sign holding competition for the true enthusiasts out there. Great fun for the whole family. The federal government is handing out free COVID-19 tests again. Americans can now order their tests from covidtest.gov. The tests will be shipped starting next week for free through the U.S. Postal Service. Each household is eligible to test kits. This is the 7th time the government is giving out free tests. It is starting doing so in 2021. The Department of Health and Human Services say they've handed out more than 900 million free tests directly to U.S. residents.
We look forward to another semester here at APSU-TV. However, that's all the time we have for today. Make sure to follow us on Facebook for APSU-TV Clarksville and Instagram at APSU_TV. Thank you for watching your APSU-TV News Update, and as always, we'll be back next time. And as always, let's go Peay.